the juices flowing like a rivalry game. And our matchup is bitter. It has bugs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Golden Gophers. Get off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will start this game off with the football. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squad.
Oh, he's got some space.
Offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And the point after is good. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Minnesota's offense will take the field for the first time. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make it? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly to the tight end. And they get him down. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes the grab down the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Golden Gophers will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He's piled up 87 yards rushing, and he is a virtual lock to have a 1,200-yard season. The Huskers can play this second down. There he goes! Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throw back to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Huskers in a good spot here with second and short. Thomas back to pass. Makes the grab. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Here's a heat. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got an open man. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Wants to throw again. The sure hands, it's Otis. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Husker! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Bring in the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Man, this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
He stopped short, and it's 4th down. The Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Shakes off the defender. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
Man, what an opening quarter for this offense. They've got it again, 1st and goal. Thomas looking to fire. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's got the back in the middle. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Penn. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Offense gets set for second down. Tight end now in motion. Going to swing it on second down. Gets it to him on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed. And the Golden Gophers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He'll sneak it. They've already moved the chains a couple of times on this drive. Now 1st and 10 from their own 46. To the air on first down. Throwing right. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Golden Gophers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense. Him in his tracks. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. The Cornhuskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Huskers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Take Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it. Breaks into the open. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Huskers are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, Give on the inside. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The Cornhuskers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. And it's another 1st and 10 play. To the ground. He's got it again. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nebraska!
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
He'll bring it out. It's Ramsey. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Nothing but punts as a result of the first 3 offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking that football in.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? The run from the shotgun. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. And the Golden Gophers will punt this one away. He'll take it on the return. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Looking for a crease. It's Thomas.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Punts it out of the air. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. The Huskers will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw on first down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable, make him feel that pressure, keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down, just thrown an incompletion. So third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got it on the left. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The Golden Gophers in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Penn. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Golden Gophers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Grab near the marker. It's Nash. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. The offense will quickly use the timeout.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. The Golden Gophers come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you can tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Makes the catch. It's Nash. He will not get there. A stop on third down leaves him with a fourth down from the 18-yard line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. They put on the heat and they blocked it.
Man, I've been a holder. It's never fun to see a field goal blocked because you're so low to the ground and you have that unique perspective. You see the mountain growing in front of you. All those hands going up, and you know that kicker has got no shot. That thing is going to get blocked.
That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Huskers will kick it away to start the second half. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Nash. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Golden Gophers will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. They'll move the wide receiver. This is a designed run. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Turning it on! Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards. Bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
And a run there before the defense finally makes a stop.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Cornhuskers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Gets it out fast. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Leaves it with the running back. Got room to work. Oh, what a cut! There he goes. The 20. He's at the... And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
The extra point is good, but the lead is still big, down 31-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Utah State is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping. They're trailing by 14 to Wyoming. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Huskers can really attack on this second and short. He leaves it with his back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Wants to throw on third down. Right on the money. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most.
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. On the run, it's Thomas. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They'll start this drive going to the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. The Golden Gophers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to throw on first down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this
time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no...
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Hand off from the shotgun. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute, you got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Huskers with the 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for space. It's Thomas. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
That penalty cost him a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got a man. It's Dallas. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The Cornhuskers will line up to punt it away. The kick is on its way. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back has it. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Yeah, this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch and look.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Wants to go up top on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. Converts on fourth down. Is still on his feet. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. He'll set up to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota! Fitted in the window for the score.
And the offense had the look they liked. Tight ends are such matchup problems because of their size and because of their athleticism. And this offense does a nice job moving this guy around, especially in this area of the field.
And they'll try to tack on 2.
Here we go.
Trying to punch it in. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out.
That keeps the score. Nebraska, 31, Minnesota.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. After this, it'll be a wrap. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always